Was Griselda Blanco a psychopath or sociopath? When we think about Griselda Blanco, a name that often comes up is the godmother of cocaine. But was she a psychopath or a sociopath? To answer this, we first need to understand what these terms mean. Both refer to individuals with antisocial personality disorder, but they have different traits. Psychopaths usually show more severe symptoms and lack emotional responses. Sociopaths, on the other hand, may have some emotional connections, though they are often impaired. Griselda Blanco's life was filled with crime and violence, particularly during the Miami drug wars of the 1970s and 1980s. She started her criminal activities at a young age, engaging in drug trafficking and murder. Her actions were often calculated and ruthless, which raises questions about her mental state. In the context of crime films, characters like Griselda are often depicted as cold and manipulative. Her involvement in violent acts, including the deaths of her husbands and rivals, suggests a lack of empathy. This aligns more closely with traits associated with psychopathy. However, labeling her strictly as either a psychopath or a sociopath is complicated without a thorough psychological evaluation. The Netflix series, Griselda, dramatizes her life, showcasing her rise in the drug world and the violent tactics she used. This portrayal can be seen through the lens of these psychological disorders. In crime films, characters with such traits often drive the story, creating complex narratives that captivate audiences. While Griselda Blanco's actions suggest characteristics of both psychopathy and sociopathy, it is important to remember that these terms are clinical diagnoses. They should not be applied lightly or without proper assessment. The real-life implications of her actions reminded us of the darker side of the drug trade and the personalities that thrive in such environments. In summary, while Griselda Blanco exhibits traits commonly associated with psychopathy, the distinction between psychopath and sociopath is nuanced. Both terms describe a lack of empathy and disregard for others, but the specific traits can vary. Understanding her life through the lens of crime films adds another layer to the conversation, highlighting the complexities of her character and the reality of her actions.